Now, we expect it and we're ready for it. We work on those things and make sure that if it happens that we're, again, going to be prepared for it. So just the fact that we've thrown all those different things, it makes it even more of an emphasis of getting your job done and focusing on your job. Because if 11 guys focus on their job and not, try to do something else to make a play, that's how our defense will be successful. And on offense, that's the same way. If we have all 11 guys working and focusing on what they have to do, that's how our drives become successful. That's how each play we just continue to grind and go down and finish those long series and long drives. So that's just a mentality that we need to have.
A perfect season is now a reality, a regular season. When you wake up at the beginning of this week, is it kind of crazy to think where you guys have come this season?
Oh, yeah. It's something that, again, in the back of your mind, you're like, wow, this is insane. Just because, you expect from the amount of work that you put in to win every single game, because that's just that mentality that you have and that's a focus. But when it's finally here in front of you, it's just like, wow, I can't believe this is it. But again, that gets pushed right to the back of our minds because Coach Francis does an awesome job of getting us in that right position and, the mentality, the approach that we need to take. And so when we have that focus of just one play at a time, one game at a time, not focusing on the big picture and pushing out the outside noise, just focusing on each other and what goes on in these walls, and that just, does a lot for us to, relieve the pressure, just the lack of focus or anything, and makes us all, all sights on the same thing.
You look at the other day, Darian Cooper got in for a play, and I know you've had to fight through a lot of adversity, but obviously he has too, just to get that one play. What does that mean for your team, just the 2 years of going through that to finally be able to get on?
Oh, well, it's for me personally because, I love Coop. He's a brother to me, and we've gone through so much together. And, as soon as I saw him running out there, I ran from the offensive side down to the line of scrimmage, screaming his name and cheering for him and stuff. And, that's just an emotional thing because he's one of the most strong-minded, hardest workers that I know. So to see him go through so much and then still, fight through it, because a lot of people could have quit. Mm-hmm. And he just stuck with it, because he wants us more than anything, and he loves being here. He loves playing with all of us and just the bonds that we've created and the relationships that we have. And so just for him to be able to go out there and get some play, it's just, obviously I know for him it was huge, and he was very grateful and happy. But for me, I was just as excited because that's just exactly what we want to see.
Yeah, 2 full years, and he was a really good player, 2 years ago, and he's out. I think I saw him driving a scooter, because of his knee and everything. But just to be able to get that play on senior day in a win, I think last defensive play of the game, that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and that just shows his. Just how strong he is, how strong-minded mentally and physically, and because a lot of people again would not have done that, would just so said, okay, well this is it, I should just stop. But we've had so many great guys come back here and speak to us, and they all say the same thing, and we hear it all the time. We heard it our freshman year that it flies by fast, and especially a lot of guys who played in the NFL. And one of their big things was saying, yes, they've traveled all around, they've got this, got that, they're getting paid to play everything. It's great, but the best memories that they've ever had is playing in Kinnick Stadium. So for Coop, his last game, to be able to get out there and get a play at, just due to all of the circumstances that have been thrown his way, and for him to be able to push through that and push through the trials and be able to get to that point in time, I know he would have loved to play the whole game, but just for him to even get out there one play, it felt the same.